Okay, so Jiu-Jitsu Unraveled episode, man.
Yes, sir.
I have not done a Jiu-Jitsu Unraveled in a while, and this is exactly why we have a separate show.
That's right.
So we're niche content today.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch. In preparation, you have a goal of competing one day in the Masters Worlds tournament.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Justin Myrick, he's been on the podcast before. Go back and listen to it. You and Brett came on, and then you came on another time, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so this is like your third appearance. But, we know each other because we train jiu-jitsu together.
For sure.
And we also like, playing some guitar. And
That's right.
yeah. Somebody, I don't remember who it was giving somebody else a hard time for saying guitar.
And guitar.
And I was like, I like saying it that way.
It's like in the disc golf world, what's happened is people, the newer generations, thank you. Back in the day, it was Frisbee golf, and no one's mad about it. Now, if you say Frisbee golf, people are like, it's disc golf. It's like, dude, I'm going to keep calling it Frisbee golf. Y'all can have your disc golf. I'll keep playing Frisbee golf.
Isn't there like ultimate Frisbee too?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, do you ever play that?
I haven't in a while, but I do love ultimate Frisbee. It's a lot of fun.
I've also, you're wearing it, I got that shirt, but in like a teal. I think I wore it on the podcast.
Nice, bro.
Just a couple of days ago.
Dude, that's awesome.
So, but jiu-jitsu, your divisions, we're going to take a look at like the winners of ultra heavy.
Yes, sir.
Purple and
super.
Super heavy.
Yeah,
purple
I get those confused. Yeah.
So
I'm trying to cut down to super.
And that's a good. I mean, once you get out of Joel's weight class.
Yeah.
But it is man. What I'll tell you, what's hard for me is you've got like the IBJJF weight classes, which are different than boxing weight classes, which are different than
True.
like your like MMA.
Yes.
And then too, like these kickboxing fights. I think actually Chris, this guy that's been training this a little while, he may be doing 170, but how he's doing like if they're not doing catch weights, it's like super common. It's just like there is no real unified weight class.
True.
System.
I am thankful to IBJJF through. It's funny. I was thinking about the other day. You've got if you're under 200, you've got a lot of options you can go with. Once you're over 200, it's like if it's UFC, it's either 205 or 265, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heavyweight, light heavyweight. So I do appreciate, IBJJF throwing in a super heavy 222. That's nice.
For sure.
205, I don't think I'd make.
So we're looking at this guy, Shopek. Is this the right weight class? Where does it say the weight class?
I'm looking.
It just says heavy.
Yep.
But that's
he's on the list, so it's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be. Okay, so we're watching him, and let's try because I will upload the audio in this. We gotta harness our inner Brandon McCatherine, who's been on the podcast and taught us at Nardo Gym. We got to harness our commentary. So this says just heavy.
Pull guard,
right?
By the way.
But that he immediately pulled guard. Got almost like a judo grip. He's got the same side collar, which a lot of people like will do standing grips with cross collars, but I like doing like a judo style grip guard pull also. See the fight over and under the arms in the guard. See like bottom player in white. How like when he had like both hands is like just a weaving battle for over under position.
I missed it. What just happened there?
This is the finals match.
What
actually.
They're laughing about something.
Yeah, I don't know.
They had something happen. That was interesting.
Yeah, let's hold on. Let's back up here. See, it just says. I'm wondering if we didn't accidentally copy super. Is it super heavy?
Yeah,
it is super heavy.
Ultra.
I think we copied the wrong for purples. Okay, no big deal.
Yeah,
What we'll do though is we'll watch the Browns.
Okay.
We're gonna type in this dude's name, and I guarantee you that it's the. I wonder where he's from.
I don't know. It's a cool name.
And we'll make sure we're not watching the finals match also. Okay.
There you go.
Found his stuff pretty easily. So I wonder, should we start at the top or the bottom? Let's start at the top. 924. Okay, so how did you pronounce that?
Olzabayar.
Olzabayar. Look here. We've got commercials on the flow.
This is awesome.
Yeah, the Geico. You know, I remember when like streaming was the Wild West and you didn't have commercials.
That's right. Yeah.
And, like,
Back in the
Now it's like, hey, you want to watch this football?
Yeah,
And I'm like, no, actually, I wasn't.
Now we got the Gordon.
I'll take a Gordon commercial. You know what I'm saying?
At least that's contextually.
That
accurate.
does make sense. I need to get. They know I'm thinking about getting life.
It's relevant too. Look, him versus Galval.
Yeah,
that
that
newly
Lex
made.
Friedman podcast is so good though. Okay, so these are the brown belts. So this I hate to break it to you, will actually be the class that you're competing in.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what are you going to be, like a 6-tip purple belt by that time?
Did you see how they immediately? You've told me this is so funny, but and you watch these matches,
look at this pushing contest.
Yeah, everybody's posture starts.
Okay, so on that Friedman podcast, Danaher said this. He's like, Gordon let Andre take him down, and he was just talking about it being like the strategy because wrestling exhausts you, you know, and I kind of wondered if, like, remember when Gordon was telling everybody that wrestling was going to be the future? Like, what if he was just doing that to make them more tired? Because I'm telling you right now, like, based off Danaher's comments and based off Gordon's, like, approach at ADCC, he wasn't wrestling. You know, but again, that was the strategy for that rule set with the points starting at the half point. But it was just interesting. It was a funny thought. But see how these guys, like, that's exhausting. Playing that game right there is exhausting. So, like, what Danaher was saying is, like, instead of playing that game, just sit down guard pull. Like, because Danaher's always talking about, like, whether it's leg locks or whatever, that being on bottom it's stigmatized, right? Like, but in fact, like, you know, all the leg locks that they do for the most part come from bottom. And, like, we're talking gi competition, so we don't want to be, you know, thinking about going into cross ashi and stuff like that. But that is an interesting perspective as well, because right there, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm curious how long. Oh,
they're a nice little reap. He's had the underhook on that too. Like a little Uchimata inner thigh reaping throw.
Yeah. So sadly, there's no points for that.
Yeah, it kind of went out of bounds too. See this fight for like the over-under grip as well. That guy's getting a 2-on-1. I wonder what he's going to do with that. Sometimes I will, like, if I'm the dude closest to us, will spin under the arm with that grip, and it can kind of
like the Yoko Wakare.
Yeah, kind of Kimura them. Like, you can do a couple. There were looked like he accidentally headbutted there. Maybe
so,
tried to pull in on a fireman's. I think he did. You see him grimacing.
Yep. I thought I might saw a cut on his head.
That was probably Sean Hancock. If I'm just looking at the people and okay, so they're going back to the center. I guarantee you that dude got hurt. Yep. Well, see, so there were a lot. So he pulled into a fireman's carry and they butted heads because he dropped down.
Sprawled,
You know, when people try and get up under you for a sacrifice or a guard pull or a throw, like, the thing to do is to drop. And there were a lot of Kataguruma fireman carry attempts at ADCC. Did you notice that? Did you watch a whole lot of the replays?
Just highlights.
Yeah, which was interesting to me. I mean, I feel like I saw like half a dozen just in the matches I watched, you know, which were I watched the upper weight class, like the top 2 weight classes, and but I didn't go back. I still haven't gone back and watched all the absolutes.
Man,
let him go.
I wonder. I wish I had a clock on there for us. It's not showing the clock because all these should be 5-minute matches.
Well, we got 3.5. It's a 9.5 minute video, and we're 3.5 in. See, but like, okay.
Now, do they change that for because I thought I saw
Well,
Josh Inger.
I bet he submits him.
But I was
or something.
Josh Inger was talking about strategy for Masters, and he says, look, it's not like the other adult classes when you have 10 minutes. He's like, you have time to catch up. He's like, he said it's a blitz, it's a 5-minute match.
Yeah,
so
well, it may be like see
like
what's
pauses
going on
and
here.
stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
I broke my finger. It's fine.
Okay.
It's like a medical guy out here. Maybe he just like skinned his finger. I've got mat burn in competition. Now this guy over here hit his head. This Alliance guy is able to recover because I'm telling you, like they clashed heads.
Yeah, they did. He's got his hand. Okay, he must have got cut. That's a weird place. The top of his hand got. That's an
well,
odd
that
place
can you can get like mat burn.
Okay. Yeah.
On the gi, like just abrasions and stuff. I think that's super possible. Put that up there so we can see ourselves.
Dude, you got the sweetest setup here, man.
Thanks, dude.
Shout out to the.
I'm just happy to be recording more episodes again.
Yeah, it's great.
And I got some good ones. I got some good ones on the calendar too. So.
Good.
And I've been doing with my buddy Thurman. We've just been listening to all the Pink Floyd albums on vinyl, and like we're gonna do the entire catalog, and that's a lot of fun too. Okay, so Selimov is up 2, and they both have a disadvantage, probably.
Where did he get his 2 points? Was it that last? I'm kind of surprised. I didn't see him establish any. I mean, we haven't made it to the ground for. I mean, he did get 2 takedowns, but then Sean popped right back up.
Yeah.
So that's surprising.
I don't know. Maybe it was when they went out of bounds. Yeah, here he goes again for that.
We'll see him
underhook with the inner thigh reaping throw again. And it is very possible too. This guy's got judo. If you want, remind me and we can work on counters to Uchimata. But see, why he's doing that is because when that guy leans forward on him like that,
he can yanking him down.
He can just round step around.
Yes.
At the right instant. And
I'm surprised how much force they're each giving to that. Like they're literally. I mean, I'm surprised
like they're doing mountain climbers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised nobody's using
look,
that.
they both been penalized.
Yeah, for doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. And explain how. Okay, so the disadvantage works is if the points are tied, now we're going to advantages and disadvantages. Correct.
Correct.
Like that. Those are the tiebreakers.
Correct.
Okay.
Or if there's no points.
Because if someone wins by points, the disadvantages and advantages do not matter. Correct. Like you could have 10 advantages, and if you're losing by points,
very correct. Okay. They switch camera angle. I like that.
I missed that takedown. I was thinking about points. Yeah, I know. There's your behind 10 right there. Okay. Oh, you just pulled him down.
That's like a Sumi Atoshi.
See, I'm surprised he let him up right there. It's like, dude, he worked so hard.
So that is a judo throw. Think about this.
Yeah,
it's like a.
But like, why doesn't he stay? Look, he let him go.
Well, I mean, okay, so it's like, oh, we hit the ground, I'm gonna rest. Like what?
That's what I'm saying.
Stay there and get in guard, No, he stood right back up. So like, but we talked about that yesterday in class. Is like, those instances where people normally pause, like. That guy did really good.
And he missed his throw points. I mean, that's the thing that makes me say, it's like, dude, you got a great throw, but
he got an advantage.
He did get an advantage from it.
But, yeah.
What's that mean? What's that single? What's this?
Looks like maybe that was signaling for the advantage. I don't know.
No, because no new points are added, although sometimes it takes them a second to add it. But that was interesting. Yeah. See, I don't know the hand signals, man. Is this something I'm going to need to know?
No, not really.
Okay.
If you want to learn
He's got another takedown, and he's just beast moding back up.
Yeah.
That's what you talk about. That's not good for your back.
It's not, dude.
He just straight up deadlift.
But isn't that interesting that we see that posture right there?
Bro, he just straight up said, I'm going to lift up. Oh, man. Okay, so now
that underhook right there.
Another advantage. Man, we got all kind of advantages, disadvantages.
See, that's what he was signaling. I thought it was another disadvantage with that hand signal, but I wasn't sure. But then they finally put it up.
They logged it. And so did. Yeah.
But that's on that Selimov guy. He has 2 disadvantages.
And now that's what's called, look, an exhausted guard pull.
Yeah.
Dude, you have, what just happened?
Match is over.
Oh, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it is a 5-minute deal. We just had time for it, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're 5-minute blitz. So he won. 2 points. I listened to. I thought this was really cool, man. You know, you sent me. Is it Keenan? What's Keenan's last name?
Cornelius.
Yes. He had a interesting thing about preparation for competition.
He's got a lot of great videos.
Dude, it's really good, man. He, from a sports psychology standpoint, I really liked it. He talked about the physical, the mental, and the technique. And oddly enough, he spent most of the time on the physical and mental, which makes sense, right? Technique was kind of the last thing. But one thing he said is, it made me think about this, is when you're rolling from now on, he's like, you need to be thinking about points during your roll. You need to think about, like, okay, and I thought that's really interesting. So as I'm watching this, I'm trying to say, okay, I need to identify when somebody's getting points, when somebody's not getting points.
And that's a great reason. And then too, like, dude, just like one of the things that you and I talked about is like, hey, let's do, you know, as a part of your training, do breakdowns, do film study.
Yes.
You know, not just technique and instructional. That's part of it, but
Dude,
this is part of it.
So I made it. Well, I have 20 minutes left of the Leandre Lowe 6.5 hour marathon.
Oh wow! I started that recently.
Bro, it's so good, man. It's so good.
I didn't get super far into it, like
it's
20,
so good,
20 minutes
bro.
or something.
It's so good. I mean, it's just,
a legend.
I love watching him compete, man. Oh, and he did something the other day I got to ask you about, because I was watching one of the videos you put up on the Forza channel.
Was
where
it
you have
Mike?
you have, well, no, you've got the pant leg, and you've got the lapel.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you try to, if you can't, you know, Leandro he does that classic single X, and then he loops the leg over his shoulder, grabs the pant.
Yes.
He keeps
the pant a lot.
and he pulls them down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your thing was, and it was interesting because I saw a match where he did this, is that when that guy's defending that, you switch the Kazushi and you dump them back.
Yeah.
And it's sick, dude. So I tried that the other day, and I was like, okay, the guy, I forget who I was rolling with, but I tried that, and they were hopping out of it. I guess I didn't Kazushi enough. I don't know, but I want to play more with that, because that was
get him
really
to plant a little longer in the first direction.
Boom.
Before you steer back.
Okay. I think I gave away my steer back. I think they saw it coming, so that's good.
Yeah. So these guys still a lot of so 4 or 5 matches to win.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. No matter how big if 40 people, it'll be 5 matches. 50
I think I saw that this guy had 5. So imagine, like, I mean, this guy doesn't appear to be in the most insane shape. You know what I'm saying? Nor does he appear to be super tired. This is the second round. This other guy, Wenzinu, has been
he's already got a
penalized one disadvantage for stalling. So look how this wrestling push game, and he's going to get penalized for continuing to push him out of bounds. You know what you can do, and you got to kind of, like, don't get, you know, taken advantage of on this. But, like, if you sense that you're going out of bounds and you're the pusher, go back to the center.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know, like, look at that last match where all these people were penalized. Okay, so he did like tried to do like a Tominagi, then dumped him into closed guard.
He gets his takedown points. Yeah.
I like that strategy. The Mendez brothers would, and their students would do that a lot, where they would pull into a closed guard.
Can we go back and see that takedown?
Mm-hmm.
Because he had
a lot of people used to call that a helicopter. See, he did like a sumigashi, and I think he was maybe thinking about an armbar here. So he does kind of like a butterfly flick,
and then
close guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Anthony almost swept him off of but he did a good job.
But see, you know, here's the thing, Justin, is like, let's see how far we are into this. We are 3 minutes in.
Yeah, you got a minute.
You get the fight to the ground, you know. Well, and part of that was the preliminary, like, oh, you come out, you know.
Okay.
But so you know, yeah, there's the match is about halfway over,
which is fast. I'm starting to see what Josh Inger's saying. It's like you don't have time.
Well, and this guy, 0-0 still.
Oh wow, I thought he doesn't get 2 points for that.
No, he's on bottom.
No, I mean, but Selmajov.
Oh no, he didn't. He wasn't touching the legs or nothing. That guy technically just pulled guard.
Ah,
you know.
Okay.
But here's the thing: if he would have grabbed around a leg, as that guy was doing that sort of sumigashi sit back, he would have. Like, if you can foot sweep, as someone's doing Tominagi, if you can go foot on foot, and the ref sees it, you're supposed to get 2 points. See, watch that. I was talking about this in that incorrect match we watched earlier. the over-under arm battle that takes place. Okay, and then he opened, and immediately you got our champion here going to the longer range passing as soon as that guy opened. Did you notice that? Like, as soon as he opened the guard, he, like, backed up and went from, like, knee to ankle line.
He's got that leg grip. I love that leg grip.
I was, that's that Ataid from
Now,
West
does that
Side.
count as a takedown, or do you have to be standing for longer?
We'll see.
Because he kind of was
about
on.
to get pass points.
No, that's
See, okay, let's back this.
All right,
let's back this.
See, because that was exactly what we were talking about. By the way, did you see that lapel pant leg?
Yes,
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I like this.
Pant
I
leg.
like this
Boom.
single. Okay, but let's watch the guy in black here.
All right.
Anthony.
He's going for a choke, and I don't know why he's trying to.
Maybe a loop choke
choking.
if he tried to pass,
Boom.
but that's wrestling up. But this guy, he's resting right now. You know what I'm saying?
The guy on bottom.
Yeah, he's kind of chilling, and then he went to work, but it's too late. That guy had already got everything organized for his pass.
Very nice.
So there was a lull, and you look at this guy on top working during the lull.
Oh, yeah, he's getting
right.
set up. Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Right
he's
there.
Not resting.
So by the
Boom.
time that he went to work, it was too late. Now,
Boom.
I do have a cool defense for
There's
that grip
3
that
points.
dude has on bottom. Oh, look like he doing something cool. I don't know that. That's kind of like
he's gonna
under his leg. He kind of buggy choking idea with it. That's interesting.
He's down to 2
lost his
minutes.
grip.
Yeah.
Okay, they do have the clock on this one. Wrestled back up with an
And
underhand,
runs
ran him
him
out of bounds. What are we doing here?
Okay, now how do you end up with 5?
They gave him 2 points.
They
on the
did give him the
sweep.
takedown.
I bet
Or
there's just
they
a
called
delay on
Okay.
takedown, sweep, whatever.
Okay.
And then 3 points for the guard pass.
It was beautiful. We were just talking about that. He did. I think he had the opposite setting, but he did the Kazushi right.
I've been calling that a sweep single.
Bro, I like that.
Yeah,
That
I
is
do too.
nice.
I really do.
That was pretty cool. We were talking about it, and he nailed it.
But yeah, when I went and trained with that West Side Ataid, he taught the guard pull and then wrestling back up. Like, did you see those guard pulls I put up on the YouTube?
I think I saw.
Go check them out. They're sick. It's a cool series.
Okay.
Pull to triangle. I think we probably did them in class together.
Okay.
Actually, pull to triangle, then pull wrestle back up, pull to X guard. Okay, so we got 1:20 left.
You could tell the guy in the black gi, he's getting tired now.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, get it. We're almost 4 minutes in, but it's noticeable.
Pulled guard again. So let's look at how he is pulling guard, right? So we've seen some guard pulls. This dude pulled butterfly guard. We were commenting before that
you see him walking? He's stumbling, man. He's that tired.
Yeah. Which one?
Wait, go back 10 seconds. Watch him walk right here. Look at this.
I see it. But
I'm
this other guy, he's probably shaking it out. He's probably, just tired for the match.
And in fairness, I mean, hey, I'm in the division. We're older, man, so it's like I get it. What is this? What is
people do.
Now we're in. That was funny. I thought we were about to have a WWE match. They had that. It almost looked like their fingers were.
See, that's what I was saying. They got out of bounds, and then it's a restart. And looks
now,
like
who's this? Disadvantage for somebody?
I think he's winding the clock back, but he may be giving that guy disadvantage for pushing him out of bounds.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
So, but what I'm saying is, like, if you see it's going out of bounds, try and steer it the other way, even if you're the one getting pushed. You know what I'm saying? And we can do some strategy for, like, because look how much pushing is going on.
I know,
forward, backward, both athletes. The guy that wins it and his opponents. And that is why, in both matches, this guy has been penalized for a disadvantage, given a disadvantage. Okay, I was saying this earlier. He pulled close guard, and he dropped straight down. Let's look at that again.
Yeah.
And the last guy that went against him pulled guard at the very end. Watch how he drops down to his knees. He pulls, drop. That's the counter, is you drop.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's foot on the hip. It doesn't matter if it's butterfly.
Is there a moment, though, as they're dropping? I've often thought about, man, someone pulling guard, that you can just catch one of those legs and pass.
Oh, yeah. That's the pre-dis dropping is you go straight into the pass.
Yes. Like, that's my goal, is to be that quick to a guard pull.
Okay.
I saw one the other day. It might have been a Leandre Lowe match. And
he had such an amazing guard.
So sick.
Isn't that crazy?
But also passing the guard. Like, he hit both of them.
Both. Passing and guard. Correct.
The balance, man, yeah, it's awesome. All right, so we're to the championship match now, or is this the
okay? So this
semis?
guy had four to win.
So we're to semi.
Cyril Jeffrey Smith Jr. versus Ulzyabayar Selmayev.
Selmajov.
Okay, so that's interesting. They're already going. But yeah, isn't that crazy though? How
is this a different guy?
Yeah, it just started. I bet that they didn't start recording the video or something. But yeah, no, we're going. This is the third match. We hadn't seen this, and it is a different guy. Either that or they've messed up on the video, because look at the name.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just I think the other guy had a black gi too, so it's throwing me off.
What was the last guy's name?
He had a black gi and a bald head.
Yeah, he did. Look at that dude's tattoos.
That's a different guy.
I'm scared of him.
Yeah, that's nice.
Isn't that? I feel like, and not to open up like because different people have different, but I feel like tattoos are super ostracized in society, and now they're like so hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
because there was a day where it was like you
cover that up.
Can't make sure you have tattoos that you can like cover up with a polo or your work shirt, so you can have jobs.
Dude, I remember Aaron Morris working at RPD had to cover up his sleeves.
Oh wow!
Isn't that wild?
And now you got police officers with full sleeves.
Yeah,
but I think that's part of people realizing like it's so funny, man.
Yeah. You can tell that this dude has a judo background, bro. Did you see his footwork there?
Yeah, he's kind of he's rounding it off.
He's doing a lot of leaning, but look at that shuffle right there. That is judo footwork, my friend.
Yep.
Tai Sabaki. That's the body movement is translation on that. But
we saw him hit some judo throws in that first match.
Oh, I know. What's interesting is the last two matches. Is that another headbutt?
No, he got him with his hand. They were grip fighting and popped him a little bit with his It was accidental. What's
interesting is, and it could have just been because the first guy leaning on him so much. We didn't see any Uchimatas in this round or the last. We've seen a Kataguruma attempt. We've seen Uchimatas. He's had really good base countering guard pulls.
Bro, one thing I'll give IBJJF, man, they got the med squad on point. I know when I was going through the Alondair Low, every now and then something would happen, and, they get the team out there. Of course, with Worlds, it's like a whole nother level. I mean, it's fast. I guess he was bleeding a little bit. But they got, that's good, man.
Man, that is, think about how his breathing
is my goodness, look out.
We also saw some, like, Sumi Atoshi type throws.
Yeah, that was,
like no Lego Sotos. Oh, let me fix the curtain, guys. Come on. See, this is the stuff that makes the matches longer.
Pull guard, he dropped.
So look how many people have resorted to pulling guard on this guy.
Yeah.
And, like, we've only seen him pass, I think, one time. Is that correct?
Yep.
He hasn't got any submissions. See, this is why people critique sport jiu-jitsu, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, this is a side of it, but, like, look at what we're not seeing. Finishes.
Yeah.
Action like passing to pins and securing really good pins. But what I'm saying with that is how you can set yourself apart. You know what I'm saying? Is being the athlete that doesn't lull, that passes when they're pulling, doesn't just drop to their knees. Like what we were saying, being very like that, like right there. Like, look, this dude opens his guard, and there's no attempt for him, the guy on top, to reposition so he can't.
Oh,
like right there. Remember how we were baiting the thrust choke to pass
yes.
a while back? And that was something I learned from Fei Zhao in a private.
I wonder what's going to – now I'm curious. We haven't been here before. It's not giving us the time, but I'm wondering what he's going to do now because no points have been scored. He's got to get –
I bet we got plenty of time.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering what he's now – okay. I guess he's realizing I better do
single
something.
Underpass maybe. Yeah, it's 0-0. And so he scored 5 points in the last, so he won 5. But the first one, I think it was only 2 points. Okay, see what he did there? This guy tried to close his guard around his knees. I hit that sweep to win third at IBJ. Oh, triangle, and he passed. You could tell that this guy, Joel, favors this pass. Let's back up a little bit here. See how he's got... Okay, so what this guy on top is doing is he's inside the closed guard, and he puts his knee up right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but it's just like one knee up inside the closed guard. It's like we're talking about lasso and spider. Like they might put one knee up, they might not. You might make them put a knee up.
Yeah.
But watch what he does. So single under guard pass, and if you haven't seen the Renzo Gracie series I've got on single unders, let me know. See, look, he puts it up. That gives you space inside the guard. Look, he's going to go back. Oh, no, you grab. He changed his mind for some reason. He's still thinking about going back in. That actually gets him triangled. He shouldn't go to it now. He should have gone to it the first time or not at all. So he's going to go back. Now he's just thinking maybe standing guard pass, right? But that's just a little strategy. The boom, he went back to single under again, not the right time, but he still was able to pass. And boom, this is what we're talking about. He passed, the guy turtled.
See ya. And we'll just take the back.
And he went to the other side, which is a good strategy. They're out of bounds.
Are they going to reset in that position in the middle?
They should reset in turtle and give him an advantage, which is exactly what just happened.
Look at you.
But yeah, this is why it's good to watch competition footage, bro. This was just an option, becoming an option when I was competing. You know?
Oh, like having this.
Having like.
Oh man, that's that stuff we're talking about.
2 advantages.
But what's weird is he just let him up right there. That's so surprising to me.
You know what? One thing Donaher was saying when they were breaking down some of the ADCC matches was if somebody has elbows or hands on the mat, they can stand up. If they're on their side, they can't. You know? So like, well, let's back up real quick, and I can go back forward. But
so right here.
Right before the reset, see, like if right there, if when he hops over, if he would pull him over to a hip, he couldn't stand up.
Yeah.
So like right now, I mean, this dude's not really just super pinning him. Look, I mean, his knees he is actually off the floor.
Well, you can tell by what he does. He's not. His goal is not even to really maintain that.
Right here, boom, pull the hip sideways, but he's almost out of bounds. That's the problem there.
But even right here, this is where you see he's not really concerned with maintaining. Look, he's going to let go. Right here, he literally lets go of his grips and stands up.
Yeah, he wants to go into passing. He wants to get points, strategizing.
But you also get points for taking the back.
Correct.
I mean, obviously this dude's a world champ, so he knows what's up. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting, and that's what, we need to try and do is derive some strategies from reactions that we see, like this is the observation side I'm always talking about. Like I learned things from just like seeing the kids do things over the years. Like Cora was saying, like that Daniel O'Brien armbar escape, she's like, I see the kids doing that all the time.
For real?
That's what she said. Like,
because they're just naturally just.
Yeah, just like, whoop. Like, because you get it bent over and they can kind of just.
They haven't even been taught it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing it in rolling.
They're just
natural.
That's crazy.
Dude, there's this Hickson Americana escape, and I really want to work on it, but I'm afraid to because of my shoulder. And he was doing it to his wife, and I thought she was going to cry on the website. But, man, it is from side control, like an escape I've never really seen before. It's super interesting how he squeezes out of it. So this guy is really going for like triangles, but see, let's look at this pass. Like see that guy's knee coming down? Like watch dude in black gee's knee. Boom, it's gonna go whoop. That little movement he did with his shoulder, that little shuck, is what But here's the thing: I don't like having to rely on the arm to do that.
I'm curious where he goes from here. Yeah, I know.
We like what we've been talking about with the chest. Like that's a Hickson detail right there, and that's triangle defense. Oh yeah, crazy legs. I think he penalized that guy for kicking him in the face. So we're
that's
up.
It. That's a match.
All right, that's it.
Wins by
2 advantages. And let's see if they throw up a disadvantage. That's what he was
Is that dude moving his jaw because he got kicked? Is that what happened there?
Perhaps. I mean, they're not good. Yeah.
That was.
And
crazy.
He was the dude that stuffed his nose. But okay, so let's talk about that too, real quick. Here's the thing, like, we saw that guy was the athlete that got hurt, and he also lost.
Yeah.
But how about Travis Stevens taping up his eye and coming back and winning? You seen that photo? Like where he's got the tape over his eye in judo in the Olympics?
I think I have seen that.
What
beast mode.
Yeah.
It's so good, yeah. Yeah, there's a picture of him
look at that.
there in the middle.
It's him kneeling down and like with his both knees on the mat and hands. He's just like all taped up. And it's like his eyes taped up. But he was just like, oh, we just got to go out there and do it.
Yeah.
But that's like the thing is that like that guy walking back. Oh, he got headbutted. He's shaking his head there. Like that. Oh yeah, bro. You're telling us that he won, right? It's like it's interesting. Donaher on that Freeman podcast he's like they were talking about the Galval confrontation.
Yeah.
And he's like, you never look at a man's face. You look at his extremities. And he's like, hands and feet. They'll tell you everything you want to know. And I'm just like, all right, yeah. But it was really interesting how he broke that down. But okay, so let's go and we'll watch. This is going to be the finals. So this is match 4.
Okay.
For this guy. And well.
Yeah, that's is that last one?
2, 3.
Yeah, that's it right there. Gabriel Matt, that one on the bottom right there. Oh, but that says 2019. Maybe that was. Maybe we did.
Maybe that was the finals. This is a different. Yeah, this is from a different turn. No, this is from Masters Worlds 2019.
All right, let's do it.
That's interesting. That's the only videos they have for the guy. So those must have been. But here's the thing, Justin. Too, you've got Flow Grappling, right? Or do you?
I do not.
Well, you can use my login if you want. So this is this guy a couple years ago. Oh, he's a blue belt right there. Look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He went from blue to brown and
pre-pandemic. They must have had tape on the windows. Or, remember everybody put like that. I tell the story like some during the pandemic, like while we were closed, right? We're like I was down here one day rolling with Micah Piker, and I want to say like some more people are coming. It's like a little like this kind of open mat, like for some people. But he and I were here, and like I start seeing cop cars driving around the block, and this cop comes up, and the lights are off, and the door's locked, and I walk up, and he's like, "We are not here. You're not in trouble. We are looking. Have you seen anyone that has come by here that is not supposed to be?" He was like trying to say like, "We don't care that you're in there doing that.
That's awesome.
We're not here because you're doing that."
Bro,
It's like a funny exchange because I was like,
funny.
No, because I was being that way too, we were closed for 6 weeks, and that was a real uncertain time.
Yeah, it was.
About like, I mean,
oh man,
just where society was going to be in the next 6 weeks. Look at this same sort of idea though, man. Like first, he's letting that guy have the underhook. I don't like that, even though he's grabbing the belt. What if he didn't have the belt on? How were we able to figure out that dude was the? Let's find.
You went to you were on the IBJ results. Go 2 tabs over up top, right there.
Okay.
Was
that it? No, I think it was this.
That's it. There you go.
Okay. Master 3 brown, super heavy.
Yep.
Let's go to Master 3 purple, super heavy.
There. Open up 2 more. 1 more. That's it. That's where we messed up. There you go. Colby Duke Patterson.
Okay.
That's our guy. Let's see if you can find him.
But what you should do, man, is go watch this weight class.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yes.
Go see if you can find these guys like the champions or even the guy that got 2nd or 3rd in like local and regional tournaments, like doing IBJJF Dallas or if they're going to like start paying attention, like are they going to be at the same tournament, you're going to hit some IBJJFs over the next 6 or 8 months? Are they going to be the people that show up? And if they are, guess what? We can strategize for that. I hope they don't watch this podcast.
That's okay.
Okay, so
Hey, the good news is, even if they did, in all seriousness, there's no video of me, so we're good.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, look at this, dude. Okay, so first off, let's like make sure on the dates here.
That's
That is not
2019.
the one
Yeah,
we
now
want.
that one is.
1, 2,
That's 22,
3,
22.
4, 5.
Yeah.
So he's got 5,
Yeah.
and 2 of them are short. So that means
He
probably
gets the
subs
finish, yeah.
or DQs.
I'll be,
Another short one. So 3 of them are short. Okay. All right. So we're watching this Colby Duke Patterson guy.
no, that's his. Okay, yeah. Isn't it interesting that, so I noticed for worlds in California, when it comes to the final matches, bro, they it quadruples in mat size. I like how they do
and
that.
I like how they put 2 refs out there.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. That's cool.
Yeah. And I say this often in conversation with people.
Bro's got the chops, man.
He does, for sure. Like in the center and on the sides.
Yeah.
He's like sideburns and then like a goatee, but just straight down like a soul patch, but going all the way down, and then like.
I like how relaxed he is. That now? Which one's? I guess we'll figure it out in the next match. Which one's Duke Patterson?
I like that kind of grip setup he's doing. That guy that came in that was the pararescue guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember his name. Koa was his name. See how that dude's doing single under too? Is he
and he's
baiting
super
the triangle
relaxed.
so he can pass?
I think so. Yeah. He's like, go ahead and take. Yeah.
That's interesting. We've seen the single under. You know, I did the single under. Like Fejao had me showing him some passes. And he was like, I'll let it slide, but don't get put in a triangle. It was basically what he was getting across.
That's hilarious.
Because he makes you show techniques to gauge where you're at before he shows you anything.
I'm surprised he didn't go with that, because it looked like that's what he wanted, and so
that's it. You know, that cross grip and then collar is an interesting grip configuration. It's kind of old school. I've been playing with it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like you cross grip their sleeve and then you grip the collar on that side. Same side you have a sleeve on.
The dude inside the guard is super relaxed. I like how he's chill.
Yeah, he is.
I feel like he's doing a good job. Just kind of.
Well,
he's
and let's
conserving energy. He's looking for opportunities, but he's not. I am surprised once that leg went up that he didn't go for that pass that we saw earlier.
Well, let's comment on that, because being relaxed, I think. First off, getting warmed up is a very important aspect.
Did they give you a warm-up space at IBJJF? Like, where is that?
Yes, typically in the past.
Because like you weigh in right before your match, right?
It's not just in the bullpen, but usually there is an area outside of the bullpen where you can get warmed up before you're going into the bullpen.
Nice.
But if you get stuck in the bullpen forever, which is I've been stuck in the bullpen at like a Dallas before. It just depends on the size of the venue.
Okay.
And then too, I've been to some smaller tournaments, but like the Worlds and Pans always had a pretty big warm up area.
Nice.
So guard is open, back closed. So we're seeing closed guard. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've seen a fair amount of closed guard.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Oh yeah. And we haven't. Not stuck there. I don't feel like the guys who were in closed guard were going for many sweeps. Like from what I've seen from
not a lot of attacking. Just
like
kind of grip fighting.
when you watch the black belts, I feel like they're not staying in closed guard long. Those guys are going to open guards. They're going to, whether it's spider guard, day leave. They're going to something. They're transitioning out pretty quick.
Well, that's just the higher-minded strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I loved about how far I've got in that Danaher podcast. Is just him providing commentary on how when he was coaching that guy that Gordon went the distance with, like how he could see that guy's strategy was to stand up at the halfway mark and then try and take Gordon down for points. And then how he saw the Galval strategy too, just very interesting. This is too, like, look at the guy on top's right hand. Danaher is big on that same grip. He has both lapels, it appears, with one hand. Right, I saw that grip in one of the other matches.
Left, and what is about to happen? Because
I don't know. This one might go the distance.
Why is she like she was about to?
Well, there's been a lot of inaction This has been pretty much just like a guard pull.
So if it's
situation.
like that, who gets penalized if someone?
Well, it's going to be the referee. It's going to be her decision.
Okay.
Right, and you never want to end up in that situation, right? Because it is literally just a coin toss. I've had Cora in an IBJJF win and lose a ref's decision on the same match, right? Like, oh, you almost passed, but you didn't. Oh, you almost swept and submitted her, but you didn't. And
like, we got 20 seconds. I don't. How do you decide this match? Because I feel like, man, 5 minutes.
This guy's finally opening up and attacking.
Yeah, he is fine. I know.
But I'm going to tell you right now, he is not going to be the dude that wins.
Yeah.
I don't think anyway. But this guy that's relaxed, like there's relaxation and there's being also too relaxed.
Yeah. Well, he had some moments where he could have, like he had that situation a minute in and he could have passed.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Duke, no, who? I'm curious.
We'll see who Duke is. I bet it's Chops.
No, I don't know. Was she pointed to this other dude, Johnson, or the guy on the right? We gotta wait for this dude to tie his belt. Come on, bro.
Anytime now. You gotta tie both of them. Jeez. Tie both of them at the same time. Oh,
dude,
wow.
It was the dude who had the guard. That really
interesting.
surprises me,
and
bro.
that surprises me that he's going to win the whole thing.
He's
got, okay, so like maybe he's a top player. So that's interesting that he wins the whole thing.
Yeah, dude,
you
know what makes me sad for Chops is that I'll call him Chops, but in all seriousness, he was really good being relaxed. Bro, he had that moment when that dude popped that leg up. That shoulder technique you were talking about earlier, that was there. I don't know why he didn't go for that. I don't know why I don't know what his reservation was.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's part of the sports psyche where if a guy thinks, oh, I might risk this, I'm safe here, and I don't know if that stuff plays into it.
Well,
because it was there. I'm like, or something.
Yeah.
Because now he lost by an advantage, and I hate that for him.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying too, though. But there is being too,
all right. Now we know
relaxed.
Now we know who Patterson is. He's in the white gi.
So he let his opponent get the grip first. He backed up.
Opponent
He's
looking
out of
for
bounds.
a takedown. Oh, guard pull. Okay, yeah, nice.
Going right into sort of an X, but he's lifting him up with an ankle lock. Like literally lifting him up off the ground with an ankle lock. See if he can just not bend over. Oh, he breaks him over to a hip. Their sweep is out of bounds. See, he's up on an elbow. He needs to collapse all the way down on a shoulder.
Man. I wonder if that was strategic.
Passes it over. See, this guy can't go on top like that. He's got to be careful. You remember we were talking about this.
Yes, he'll get DQ'd if he throws that foot to the floor,
oh,
right?
Oh. Let's see. I think that's why. I think they DQ'd him. Did they?
I think both arms out is a DQ.
Yep. You see, dude.
Yeah,
dude,
that's exactly what
bro, were we just talking about this yesterday or
move,
what, bro?
The ankle lock, that's it, bro. We
okay.
You called it.
Mason, I'm telling you right now, bro. You need to be listening to this. Mason Gresham, RPD.
This is awesome. That's exactly what happened, bro. That was awesome. That was great. I mean, the truth is, that was a great move by Patterson. Really good. Look at that right there. There it is. Over. Look at him. He's looking at him. He's like, "Yep."
Why'd you do that, bro?
Yep.
But you can see, like, look how the knee bends. You can see why they are cautious about that.
Right there. He was fine with it on his side, right? Like he was fine with that.
Well, watch. Okay.
On his hip. He keeps it on his hip, and he's good.
Well, watch this. So you see how he's still here, right? And watch what's going to happen. He's going to clear the ankle to the other side, like what we were doing. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So see, now it's on the normal side. It's on the bottom. He's going to switch that leg to the top. And when he does that, that is what creates the situation we were talking about. Now it's illegal if he follows. And it would have been illegal the other way too, but if he comes over the top like that. But yeah, DQ.
Is a decent escape from there if the same foot that got him DQ'd goes to the guy's butt and he pushes out? You know what I'm saying? Instead of going across, get some space, go to his butt. Is that
You can do that. It's hard to slide out. You
We
got
just
to
need
be
to do the
super
other escape. We need to do
reactionary.
the other escape we talked about. Okay.
That's
I like it.
that's the most viable
Yeah.
route that I've found. And like Rolly Delgado, his ankle locks are insane. He just got
Okay.
2 ankle locks at Master Worlds actually, and he was saying that's the number one defense he does. And I was also seeing Tom DeBlash show that. So that's what I've been working on with that because, like, there's putting the boot on, but then, yeah, it's just it. You got to be real reactionary,
Yep.
man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be cautionary if they wrap your foot like that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Third match for him. So that didn't go very long for him. 1:30. This one's only 42 seconds.
Wow.
All right. So he's having. So we're finally seeing some submission. These
Yeah,
purple
this
belts,
dude,
man,
yeah.
they're hungry.
Yep. He threatens. Oh, wow. What? Go back, dude. Look at this.
Tominagi pull to belly down armbar and immediately tap
Dude.
with he jabbed at the foot sweep,
Jab-
jabbed
yeah,
at the
he's-
foot sweep,
he's-
and then that's cool. Watch, he jabs with the left foot twice. It looks like.
Yeah, he does. Look. Boom.
1,
Boom.
2,
And
Tominagi belly down. Nice.
dude never saw it coming.
Wow. Okay, so that's 2 submissions in a row. Like that is quite
Yeah,
a bit.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Quite a bit of confidence he's got to have building. Like, and these are things that you got to think about, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you're that guy, that first match is your warm up. Now you've got 2 submissions in a row. You're going into the semifinals right here. Is what I think it'll be. Yep, he's got 2 more, 3 more.
No, that's 2019.
Okay, yeah.
You're good.
But that other one in 2019 might have been, we can go look, but he may have lost it. That's why there's probably only one of them. You
can tell their video quality. Like, props to them, and they've done a good job. Like, this looks a lot
I know,
cleaner.
dude.
It's closer than the 2019 version. This is, man, that's good. I like
we need
that.
to get Flow Grappling to sponsor the podcast. So
Bro.
I can
Yeah.
just show it like Lex
I
Friedman.
like
He
it.
got to show Flow Grappling. I'll get like they'll be like, we're never letting you make money off this. We're making money and you're not. That's kind of how, like, if you get flagged for like screen
Wait,
sharing.
I got thinking about. He just pulled guard straight up, didn't he? Did he
Yeah,
do a
foot
jab?
in the hip
No.
again. He kind of maybe tried to do that
Yeah.
move from the last
But
match.
just went to guard.
Well, let's look at that too. Does he set it up like he did last match? No. So it's poor strategy on his part. Like last match, it worked because he had the setup. See, he didn't have the setup this match. And it looked like he was trying to turn belly down. He might have been trying to go the same thing, but maybe not. So one knee up in the closed guard. He's diving under screen of scoop grip, leaving his arm in. Chris Howder says he doesn't like to do that because you get your arm set on.
Yeah.
Like, really, that was a moot point. He put his arm under there and nothing happened.
Good job, ref. Looking out for the other match coming over. It's funny to me sometimes the refs will kind of look up and I don't know if they hear somebody say something. They'll kind of look up and completely not watch the match just for like a few seconds. But it's kind of
Bro,
funny.
I've seen a ref
they'll be
like texting their baby mama and everything. Like just like watching another match. That's super common actually. I've had to over the years. I've cued a ref to
like you
to
gotta
watch our people. Like there was one ref that was particularly bad about it at one tournament. I can't even remember the tournament, but I had to keep asking him
Please watch
to
your match.
watch our person's matches.
And he wants that armbar again, threatening it.
Now, yeah, he's playing kind of a high guard. That's why. Did you and I talk recently about the no arm armbar?
Yes.
Yeah, to me, that's kind of a high guard application. Where you're just like you're moving your guard and your leg like higher up on their shoulders. Kind of just a lull here. We got, and I think this one goes the whole time. We're just in closed guard, not a lot of action.
Yeah. Well, that's what's interesting is the first match he did this, which was we were surprised he won by that advantage, right? There were no points scored.
Exactly.
And he never, until there was 30 seconds left, then he kind of started playing.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Penalty for both of them?
I think so. time. He's saying to stop the clock. Roll it back.
Well, he's like, guys, y'all got to pay attention. It's interesting, but I appreciate that. I mean, that makes sense, right?
2:40 left.
But it's interesting because now I'm curious.
Now they got a disadvantage for both of them.
Yeah, they're just kind of sitting there.
Putting that one knee up again. Let's see if he dives under again. Now, you know what Woods always liked, other than like scoop gripping under the leg of a downed opponent, and I think doing it from half guard is different. You know, the flower sweep's traditionally shown that. I like grabbing on the outside of the pants. But Woods would always go, instead of the near leg, would go to the far leg and grab the pant cuff or the ankle. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just the opposite leg on the flower sweep, which is like that bowlinger break we were doing, sort of was that approach.
I don't know what Patterson's doing here.
Kind of maybe an arm drag. Or if he's feeding the lapel to trap the arm, that's what he's going to peel that elbow out with that, I think. He's going to try and wing him open. Okay, so he stands up, picks him up. Wow. Dang, dude, don't do that. He's tired now, okay?
There's your
nice deadlift.
And then what?
Dude,
and then here's the.
I wonder if that hurt his hand. Watch.
You know. But you know what's interesting about that? He did all that, and then he just sits back down. Like, if I'm going to work that hard, bro, I'm staying up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
For sure. I actually did it. I think it's a good strategy.
I just deadlift 220 pounds. I earned that. I'm gonna work with this now. I'm gonna make him hang on. Now he's working. Now you just let the guy rest again.
Well, I think it's a good strategy too. I've seen this when somebody pops up into your close guard like that, and you're standing, whatever that situation. Maybe they jumped close guard on you to walk back to the center. You see how they've already been reset here, right? So like smart. Walk back to the center and then do like a standing knee and center break.
Yes. That's awesome. That's a good
Or a standing 2-on-1 break.
We got a minute left, bro, and we are tied, and nothing. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like that's what we know that guy in the blue loses, and part of the deal was he
opens his guard.
It's just amazing to me.
Oh, there's that belly down armbar again. Repositioned his head. We've got 45 seconds left, and he's kind of stacked up, inverted, but he's rotating belly down. Loses the armbar. This guy goes for a straight ankle. Okay, so kind of doing the escape we were just talking about in a sense, but he doesn't have his foot flat. So he could get DQ'd here. You see?
Yeah.
Athlete in blue.
Yeah. Yeah,
dude,
he's putting lateral pressure.
That's just lack of education, dude.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call, or do they call it?
Well,
is that what ends it?
We'll see. 30 seconds left. Yeah, now he's corrected it. But, see, that guy's doing the right thing. And
3 points for that?
Yeah, he came up on top. Should get 2 points and an advantage, I believe. But he might give the other guy an advantage for, I don't know, has he let go of the leg yet?
I don't know, but one thing that's hit me, another thing Keenan hit up, cardio confidence. And I've already seen it a couple times, man, and look, these guys, we're in our 40s, I get it, man. But what I'm saying is, just like you talked about in practice yesterday, man, there's certain points where we, by default, because we train ourselves to like rest at a certain moment. Mm-hmm. And there's a moment where Patterson, before he got caught in that ankle lock, which I know he didn't finish, and he ended up getting 2 points from it. That's great. But I'm just saying, like, I've seen enough to go, okay, I got to keep working my tail off as far as cardio goes, man, because if I win the cardio battle, it'll give you opportunities to have.
So this is the finals match, dude.
Okay.
And look.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
So this has got to be a finish or a DQ. So he had 2 finishes. And this could be the 3rd finish out of 5 matches.
Everybody's tired now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, think about
5th
it.
match, bro.
And I'm sure that the 5 matches, that probably all occurred in one day.
Patterson likes some foot sweeps, man.
He likes jabbing.
Look at that.
Up, went to fake waiter sweep to armbar. And he's going to sweep him with it.
He got
yep,
it.
saw that coming.
Done.
See, let's look at the weak plane. Why that guy got swept. Cora is good at this. So, see how he's got this sleeve.
Yes.
Right? He's got here. Look how he switches. But like this guy tries to come in and grab to defend here. And because he does that, and he made him post his hand on the mat, as soon as his shoulders hit the floor, he will tap. Watch.
Oh, yeah. It's already happened. Oop. Yeah.
Like literally, that's literally, he rolled out and it's completely hyperextension.
Yeah. And this was the finals match? Are we sure this finals. Is the.
I mean.
Or do we have it backwards? Because that's surprising to me that other guy. I bet you're right because they look exhausted. So. So elimination means that's your finals?
Well, I don't know. It usually says finals, to be honest. But.
Hey, either way, that was.
Let's look up again.
That was nice, dude.
Other matches here.
That was.
It was good.
It's interesting how every match kind of takes its own personality, if you know what I'm saying. Like some matches kind of got stalled. Out of his 5 matches, 3 of them ended up in a sweet little, guard pull to submission, and the other 2 were just kind of stalled. Guard and
yeah.
I think he may have won by an advantage. And at the very end of that semis, he got a sweep at the end. But
well, and you know what I think, man,
it's interesting
is those matches that are like the ones you were talking about where there's like it's kind of guard and neither guy's doing anything and it's really close and they just happen to give him this advantage and dude, it's those matches that you've got to why the breakdowns are important, because you're going to be in those matches. I've been in those matches. And we don't even think about those matches, I don't think, when they occur in the gym. Other than when it's Randy and you can't pass his half guard. Okay, then I do think about that at home. Yeah. If you're listening, Randy. Turn my turntable off. But anyway, part of the preparation is having matches like that, but also knowing you're going to have matches like that and not getting frustrated when you're in those matches, having patience, and then also knowing how to strategize. Yeah. Because if you end up in that match and you didn't do the breakdown and you didn't, because this is kind of the purpose, is strategize what to do in that match. That'd be something you can talk to Mike about. That's right. Right? Yeah. Because what did I mention about Mike? Amazing guard, amazing passing. And that'll tell you right there, it's okay, well, what if I'm either athlete and it's 2 minutes left and it's close guard and I'm either athlete? What's the strategy? It's round 1 or it's the 3rd round in and I got a sub last round. There's different scenarios. But that's why, again, I think it's great to have perspective from outside instructors.
That's good.
I really like, and I'll read you off a couple of things and we can wrap it up. I really love just listening to Danaher, man. Yeah. Whether the Rogan podcasts were great. Yeah. But man, this Lex Friedman, that's the longest one I've ever seen him do. Following him on social media, his posts.
His posts are always super long. They talked about that. Because Tom Hardy had a nice little shout out to Jiu-Jitsu and the benefit it's had in his life, and Lex was asking him what do you think? He's like, how did he have pages worth of, because he admits that his own posts are extremely lengthy, but I really there's one I wanted to ask you. I should have screenshotted that one. I was like, we need to put that one. We have in the stalls, there's those little places to put it. I was like, we need that quote right there. It's it was so good, man. He has his mind is he's a thinker, man. It's
well, he went to Columbia School of Philosophy, right?
Yeah, and it makes sense. Now, I didn't know that, but it makes sense because the way his mind works is it makes sense why Gordon says, well, the minute that he's not coaching, I'm done. I won't do this if he's not coaching me. I mean, that says a lot.
Well, too, that's wild. That basically there's a rift between Gordon and his little brother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, that's what they were talking about. Is that part of it?
Oh, okay. I didn't know. See, I didn't know who.
The siblings. I mean, to my knowledge, that's the only brothers on the team.
Yeah. So he went to B team. Is that the break off?
Yeah.
But Donner said when they got out to ADCC this year, it his words, you see, it's like it was like the house was burning.
Yeah,
got
together like a house on fire. Got along like a house on fire.
Like, that's a good thing, right? He goes, "Oh, of course." And he's like, "Man, of course you know it's."
I was the only one that liked living in New York.
Had to clarify that one.
Here's like 4 things I got so far from Danaher, though.
All right.
Turtle is second only to guard in bottom positions. He was saying that Turtle is like a very dominant bottom position in jiu-jitsu. And he was talking about that when he was talking about that guy trying to stand back up. But he's like, see, you know, I realized that this has happened, so now Gordon's broken him down to a hip, so now he can't stand up. But that's his strategy, and he's going to keep your sit. Yeah. So that was cool. But if you think about, and I've got an instructional on this in the BJJ Fanatics, Eduardo Tellis, Turtle, the man. We talked about this. Wrestling tires you out. If you do for takedowns, so sitting down to pull guard shouldn't be, you know, you got to accept that they may pass, but also that like guard pulling is a super, whether you're sitting down or foot in the hip, like we saw it 10 times, you know.
Yeah, and I would rather do that than for 3 minutes push and pull.
Exactly. Some of those other.
The first match we saw, man, it was.
I would say the purple belt match is more exciting. Cross Ashi, which you can't do, statistically proven to be more advantageous than straight Ashi or reverse. He said, I was texting you about this earlier, one of the best things that his guys do like every day in training is they start from the worst possible situations only.
That's good.
Also, I read this recently or heard it on a podcast. I think it was Gordon talking about it on Joe Rogan actually. There's no clock. There's no timer. There's no like we did 3-minute rounds or 5-minute rounds, recently. And it's like the only person that knows the length of the round is Danaher. There's no rest between rounds. It's like round's over, find another partner, go. You know,
I like that.
So
me and Randy hit a 20-minute round the other day, dude.
That's good.
It was awesome, bro.
That's good.
We had so much fun.
But here's the thing. I think in class, we do, like what I was saying, we do free rolling.
Yeah.
We do situational rolling.
Yeah.
And we start from standing.
Yeah.
And I've been telling all the classes start from standing every round.
Yeah.
But if we're doing that class, it's like, okay, yeah, start from standing, but let them have the T position with the underhook beside you and a grip on your far sleeve. Hey, let them get behind you with a body lock, and they've got super grip also, But then but you got to look back, man. When you're standing on the mat, or you're flying there, whatever, all the preparation's done.
Yeah.
Then it's like that's the stuff that you think back on that it's like you draw from it.
Well, yeah, because I think in that Keenan video reference, he's talking about the same thing. He's like, the guys who aren't willing to do that, they're going to focus on their, A game, so to speak, but then they're going to never put themselves in positions they're weak in. Then what happens when they get to the tournament? Oh, guess what? These guys are incredible as well. Mm-hmm. So now you're going to end up in that bad spot, and you've spent no time there. So I get it. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you have to be comfortable in those spots. Not that the plan is to be in those spots. The prep is, if I'm hearing you right, listening check here, if you happen to find yourself in one of those spots, that's not the plan. But if it happens, I've been here. I'm
here
prepared.
All the time.
Let's go.
I live here.
That's right.
This dude don't live here. This is my house.
That's right.
Like when you're somebody's passing your guard, and that's what that's your inner dialogue. Not like, oh man, he's about to pass. If he scores, I'm gonna lose. That's the background. Oh, he won't pass because I'm not gonna lose.
Dude, that's where I'm curious. And I haven't done a lot of watching. I mean, I've watched 6 hours Leandre Lowe, but I've not watched just years of gi matches. But one thing I've seen is that I feel like in the black belt division, and again, I mean, these guys we watched are incredible. Their jiu-jitsu is great. But I do see those moments, yesterday in class you pointed that out, when someone goes to turtle, there's kind of this, okay, I'm going to rest for a second.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Red and I were rolling, and when he went there, I felt myself default to that, but I immediately went, wait, don't do that. And so then, took his back. But it's interesting that we both thought it was funny, and he said it was so effective because he wasn't expecting it. And so you see these matches. I saw moments. like a couple times I'm like, why did that guy not go for that there? Again, I'm not knocking it. They're great jiu-jitsu, but I'm just admitting the nature of people are, I don't care how hard you work, we can all be lazy. Like, so isn't that interesting? You can be doing the most intense thing, aka like grappling, and still find moments to be lazy in the midst of something incredibly physically demanding.
Yeah, you're tired and you want to rest.
So I feel like that's something that, to what you're speaking to, a lot of times when you are, you've talked about this all the time, as you're being put in a bad spot, there's windows of time. If you don't settle, don't accept it, because if you can fight it, there's a way, and you see that. Like, so what I'm saying is, it's interesting. This is the first time I've watched Purple and Brown. So coming out of watching 6 Hours Leandre Lowe, like, you don't really see those lulls unless there's a position like established. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is very fast paced when like, so in these moments, that like the in between, like the scramble moments, you saw kind of hesitation here. Whereas when I see black belts, dude, there's a lot less of that. It's just intense. I mean, it is wild and crazy roller coaster ride until something now there's a moment where they settle, but bro, in those scramble moments, it's wild. I mean, it's awesome.
It is. Well, another, like, just on the, Danaher talks about this on, it was the last time he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, the speed of action.
Okay.
Or the speed of reaction.
Okay.
Right? Like, or, basically someone does something, and how fast can you process what's going on and then react, right? So that is a huge part of this. And then also, like, along on the timing, when we were doing kids class the other day, and I was showing the double leg on Howie and just dumping him through the universe. But, like, the only reason that looked awesome is because I didn't hit him with the shot and then stop.
Yeah.
I, like, hit him with the shot, stood up, and ran through him. Hit him with the shot. And what people will do in wrestling, and why we didn't see any wrestling on any of those matches, is they don't understand that. When you understand a double A takedown, you hit them, it breaks your hips over. I mean, I did it to you once. It breaks your hips over. And then while your hips are breaking over, I'm standing up, driving through, pulling your legs to the side, and I go straight to side control. It's one move. And people, I'm anymore not even teaching it like, shoot in, get the legs from here, because it creates the worst habit of people shooting in and then not having success and then never want to do a double again, and we've talked about, like, reposturing. I saw Hickson shot at 93 the other day from one of those seminars. And he was doing like like getting caught up underneath somebody and going into a single variation too. It was real cool. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, what I would do though, like for some film research, is take either one of those dudes and go on YouTube, and that there'd probably be some videos, even like if it's AGF or somebody puts out videos out sometimes. But maybe you can. And if you can't, you can always go. I can give you my Flow login. Go watch 2020, 2021, or I guess I don't know if there was during the pandemic. If there was one,
previous matches,
you can go back previous years, and I think that's the type of film breakdown for this level of stuff that we're talking about, like IBJJF Masters Worlds, that you need to be doing. Some of.
Yes.
Also, like, I've been telling everybody this, but, like, just to reiterate, something like Rolled Up.
Yeah.
Have you been watching any of those?
No, I hadn't seen that in over years.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, I've got them all organized in a playlist in order. If you text me about it, I'll send you a playlist. But man, just watching those, like, I've been telling people it's like a cultural education of like 10 years of the art.
Yeah.
And then, too, you see, like, the evolution of the sport and people's emphasis on the sport in different teams and affiliations. And, I mean, it's Galvao and Marcelo and Kurt and all of these. And then, too, there's BJJ Hacks, which has a lot of great Leandro Lowe content. And what is the other one I was thinking about? They have some rolled-up type content, too, like little documentaries. Stuart Cooper films.
Yeah. I've seen some of those.
But dude, that's like, don't. Here's the thing: if you only watch instructionals, you'll get burned out. If you only watch competition, you'll get burned out. if you only watch it and never do things like take notes, also, you shouldn't do that every time. But sometimes you'll get burned out. Like, dude,
you got to mix it up.
This is also, man, like what we just did, like, is a passive activity. If you do it by yourself and you're just sitting there.
Yep.
Like, let's just say, like, that would have not been fun. You know, like, you're at home, like, all right, everything's taken care of. I'm slotted off this 1 hour to sit here and watch these dudes with no sound.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get sound. It wasn't coming over.
Yeah.
So. But it's a passive, like Woods and I talked about this many times. It's a passive activity. So we will do things like take notes or make a mind map or, you know, watch it like kind of, you know, with the knowing we're going to watch it a couple more times.
Yeah.
And then we'll take notes a second time or we'll do something, you know.
That's good.
But, man, with some of this stuff now, like with Donahurst, I watch so many times and have the notes and everything. I just watch it on like 1.5, 1.7
and just
speed.
get it.
Yeah. But that's another thing, man. Instructionals that you've seen before, particularly watch those on a faster speed. I even watch rolled up on a faster speed now, dude.
Oh, that's fun.
1.5.
Nice.
All right,
like
dude.
it.
Well, thanks for
bro.
taking the time to come over, bro.
Appreciate
I
it.
really appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Signing off.
Enjoyed it, man.
Yes, sir.